Hi, good morning. This is Father Rayappa, a Catholic priest belonging to the Diocese of Vellore, India. Today I'm going to talk again on Laudato Si, Pope Francis encyclical on environment. And today I want to explain about the ministry of a priest in promoting integral ecology in the light of Laudato Si. Pope Francis, when he is writing this encyclical, chapter 4, he completely dedicates to integral ecology. What is integral anyway? Actually, integral is including everything, integrating everything. Our human mind, usually, we want to fragment everything. Fragment, night, day, animals, humans, plants, elements, God, humans, creation. It's all fragmentation. But Pope Francis wants to integrate everything. He wants to see as a whole. He doesn't want to see as parts, as compartments. In a train, we see compartments, engine, compartment, 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 compartment. S1, S2, A1, B1. See, we fragment. But Pope Francis wants us to see as a whole train. There is no fragmentations. The whole. When you see the whole and you understand, wow, the train is so long, so beautiful, and you are surprised, and it's like a miracle. When you see as a compartment, they are small, and actually you don't get the overwhelming effect of it. So the integral ecology is a picture about the whole universe, which includes everything: stars, suns, galaxies, people, mountains, rivers, everything it includes. So actually the encyclical in the paragraph number 3, Pope Francis addresses this encyclical to every person living on the planet. Usually, the Catholic encyclicals are addressed to the Catholic people, to Christians. So you see the fragmentation. We didn't include other religions and other people, only Christians, especially Catholics. That is fragmentation. But now this encyclical, Pope uses the word to every person on the planet, integral, inclusion. Actually, Pope John the 23rd, in 1963, he wrote an encyclical called Pacem in Terris, peace in the world, peace on earth, because that is the time the Cold War was going on between Russia and America. So there were nuclear weapons involved, and everything was afraid. What's going to happen? They're going to bomb each other, and many people will be killed. So in that background, Pope John the 23rd wrote an encyclical, Pacem in Terris, in which he says, I'm addressing this encyclical to all the people of goodwill. So he started integral. So not only Catholics, not only Christians, to every person on the planet. So today, the integral means Pope Francis is addressing Laudato Si to every person. That means 7 billion humans. Not only them, he talks also to plants and animals and to every element on earth. So this message of peace, this message of care and concern belongs to every person, integral. So it is a element of inclusion. inclusion. So the second point is there are 7 themes in the social teachings of the pontiffs, and those 7 themes are fragmented. The first theme of social teaching of the Catholic Church: life and dignity of the human person. They talk about human, because human is the jewel of creation and is the image of God. So many encyclicals talk about it. For example, Pope John Paul II, Redemptor Hominis, the encyclical talks exclusively about the dignity of human person. The second theme is call to family, community and participation. So it is a community. Church is a community. So we belong to a people called people of faith, and there are 1.2 billion Catholic people. Also it includes the Protestant Christians, also about 2 billion people. So everybody needs to be participating. Actually, the Populorum Progressio, the encyclical written by Pope Paul VI, talks about the participation and the family role and everything. That is the second point. The third one is right and reconciliation. That is the third theme. And popes talk about the rights of each and every person and also responsibilities. So, for example, Pope John Paul II's Laborum Excellens, that encyclical talks about rights and responsibility of human person. The fourth theme is option for the poor and the vulnerable. So they talk about poor people. There are 1 billion poor on this planet. Pope Francis refers them as the bottom billion. That's a new word. Bottom billion means 1 billion people have nothing. They go without eating a meal. They go hungry. They go sleeping hungry. So they are known as bottom billion. So Catholic social teaching always talks about the option for the poor. For example, Evangelii Gaudium, that encyclical written by Pope Francis, expounds about the poor people and the vulnerable people. The fifth theme is the dignity of work and the right of the worker. So that's a very good encyclical. I think Rerum Novarum, that's the first encyclical, talked about the work and the wage for the worker. Talks about social justice. And after that, Quadragesimo Anno, Centesimus Annus, all those encyclicals talked about the work and the worker. And the sixth theme is solidarity. Solidarity is beautiful. What is the solidarity? Solidarity is about our brother and sister. It's about our community, considering everybody as our brothers and sisters. But Pope Francis goes little further, expounding his theory on Saint Francis of Assisi. Saint Francis of Assisi not only considered human persons, brothers and sisters, even one step further. Even animals, brothers and sisters, brother sun, even the elements, brother sun, sister moon, brother wolf, sister lamb. So even to the elements, brother wind, sister water. See? So he considered brothers and sisters. The solidarity, it's a global solidarity. It's a cosmic solidarity. We are not only limiting only to who is my neighbor, is only human being, another human being. Love of God, love of neighbor. Only we stopped at the human being level. But here in solidarity, we go further. That's a new understanding. We go to the extreme. We go to the other parts of the natural world. So for example, Pope Benedict XVI, Caritas in Veritate, discusses about that. And the last theme, the seventh theme, is care for God's creation. That is the last theme. That is what Pope Francis is writing about in Laudato Si. So, you see, all these 7 themes are fragmented. They are fragmented. In one place they talk about human person, another the encyclical they talk about work and the worker, in other encyclical they talked about poor. It's all fragmented, isolated, compartmentalized. It's like I'm seeing a compartment of a train. But Laudato Si, it includes all the other 6 themes of the teaching of the Catholic Church, social teachings of the Catholic Church. So it includes human person, it includes work, it includes the poor, it includes the solidarity, it includes the family, community, participation, it includes the rights and responsibilities, and it includes option for the poor and everything, and it includes dignity of the human person, the whole encyclical. It's integral. So that's why we call integral ecology. So I think the ministry of the priest in the parish should be integral. Not only concerned about economy, not only concerned about fragmenting everything, okay, human person, okay, I'm going to build church only, I'm going to build schools only. No, it should be integral. We should be engaged also with other people, Hindus and Muslims, other theologies, philosophies, and with the animals and plants, land, lakes. We have been only interested in administering the sacraments and celebration of Mass to the people. That's only anthropocentric, only human people we have been doing it. But now, in integral ecology, our challenge is much more. Not only with sacraments, not only with the liturgy, also planting a tree becomes a spirituality. It is like a Mass, celebration of Mass. Also, cleaning the planet Earth, for example, collecting the waste, reduce, reuse, recycle, react, reject. All these things have spiritual connotation. So when you talk about land and taking care of the land, about the soil, actually you're talking about God Himself. So it's a holy, when you talk about planet Earth, it's about a sacrament. The 7 sacraments today we celebrate because planet Earth is there. If there is no planet Earth, where are the other sacraments? So planet Earth becomes a sacrament. So it is an integral. So a parish priest always should worry not only about people, also worry about animals and plants in his parish, also about elements, the land, the water, and you talk about the conservation of water, conservation of plants, and taking care of animals and saving endangered species of animals and plants, and also talking about endemic species, talking about the native ecology, like native mountains, native lakes, native forests, native wildlife, flora, fauna. So the integral ecology. So you go beyond humans, and you're not anthropocentric anymore, but you become ecocentric, biocentric, creation-centric. So I think so far humans have been dividing everything, fragmented. Economics one side, environment another side, politics another side, society is different, culture is different, human is different. But now we include everything. When you talk about environment, economics is integrated, politics is included, society is included, culture is included, human person is included. You see? And also every action is bound by ethics. And you are bridled, you are not unbridled. So far, no ethics at all, but now there is ethics, there is responsibility. See, so far we have been talking economy, means only economy. We want to have high economic growth. But at what cost? In integral ecology, we should weigh the cost. Okay, if I'm going for high economic growth, I am plundering the earth. In integral ecology, we shouldn't plunder, we shouldn't exploit, but we should progress. We can have high economic growth while creation is also intact. Not at the destruction of the planet Earth and the ecology, human person can progress through high economic growth. That's wrong. So planet Earth, the ecology, the environment should be intact. It should be pristine. It should be in good condition. At the same time, humans also progress. So it's integral. We all progress together. We don't progress at the expense of the other. So everything should be flourishing. That is the real progress. That is the real development. So in integral ecology, every element comes and plays for the common good of humans, common good of the universe, common good of creation. Finally, integral ecology is God, humans, creation together. There is no fragmentation. God is out there. It is not the Cartesian dualism like Rene Descartes. He told mind is different, matter is different, and so that's why for the past 600 years, Rene Descartes came in the 16th century, and then for the past 600 years, Cartesian dualism in the Western world played a major role. That's why we separated. God is out there, human is here, and creation is out there. But in integral ecology, God, humans, and creation is not separated, not isolated. They are always in a union. So like Vedas and Upanishads, that is the teaching of Vedas and Upanishads. Some 2,000, 3,000 years ago, the Indian mind perceived that Brahman, Atman and creation, Prakriti, Brahman, God, Atman, life, and Prakriti, creation, always together. Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu, always they are together. So it is the wisdom of the Vedas and Upanishads Pope Francis is expounding after 3,000 years in his encyclical Laudato Si, which he calls it integral ecology. So we shall be together all the time as a community. So land, water, air, life, they are all integrated. They are called earth systems. Lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, biosphere. All the four, all united all the time. You can't be isolated. Land can't be existing without water. Water can't be existing without air. Everything is tied up. They are integral. So even atoms are integral. Proton, electron, neutron, they are integral. Even water forming molecules like hydrogen and oxygen, one atom of oxygen, two atoms of hydrogen, they are integral. So everything is integral. In integral, we find our existence. That is what Pope Francis is all about. It's all about, his encyclical talks about, let us find peace and joy in union, and let us denounce separation, and any isolation is not accepted in integral ecology. Thank you and God bless.